It is interesting to note that many people seem to believe that somehow Tinubu will release Nnamdi Kanu. And because of this hope, they send delegations to him and they make appeals to Tinubu. But I can say for a fact that Tinubu will never release Nnamdi Kanu, at least not until after 2027. And why is this? We need to understand why, so that we can begin to think of a solution to it. Many of the Igbos seem to erroneously think that somehow the United Nations can help them, somehow Israel can help them, somehow United Kingdom can help them. They think they have the support of the FBI, the CIA, even including China. They think they have their support in order to actualize their dream of having their own country, Republic of Biafra. And somehow they think that they can put pressure on these people to put pressure on Tinubu to release Nnamdi Kanu. I'm here to burst your bubble and also tell you why. Tinubu will never release Nnamdi Kanu. Never. Not now. No matter what you do, he will never release Nnamdi Kanu. And I will tell you why. If you like, do all the sit-at-homes. If you like, do all the on-gun known man. If you like, engage in pushing ethnic rivalry, ethnic bitterness. Go back to the Biafran war, injustice, shout all the marginalization you want to shout. Tinubu will never release Nnamdi Kanu. The earlier you Igbos know this, the better for you, because you will now see the need for alternative solutions. He will never. Why do I say Tinubu will never release Nnamdi Kanu? And why am I so sure that America or the UK or Israel will not help the cause of IPOB? Why? The answer to that question is simple. The IMF, the World Bank, the CIA, America, UK, Israel, they need Nigeria to continue on its path of heavy consumption. And for that to happen, they need a leader or a president that will dance to their tune. And so far, Tinubu is doing a perfect job of dancing to the tune of the IMF and the World Bank and the CIA and America and the UK and whatever. So they will do anything and everything to defend and support Tinubu to remain in office as long as possible. Because in Tinubu remaining in office, they benefit by making sure that Nigeria continues to remain on the path of consumption, even though it is making life difficult and almost impossible for the citizens of Nigeria. They don't care about that. So far as Nigeria continues to remain a raw material source for their factories and their industries and their economies in the global north. They don't care that Nigerians are dying of hunger, that millions and hundreds of millions of Nigerians are living in multidimensional poverty. They do not care. And sincerely speaking, why should they care? They don't care. And so, as long as they have a Tinubu in office, a Tinubu that will dance to their tune, a Tinubu that will do their bidding, they will defend Tinubu at all cost. And how will a Tinubu continue to remain in office if everywhere is peaceful in Nigeria? Many people do not know that part of the reasons that there is insecurity in Nigeria is because the government needs it to continue to put and perpetuate themselves in power. Tinubu needs to either win the Southeast in 2027, or if he does not win, then let the votes that come out from the Southeast be reduced to zero if possible. Reduced to zero. So how can it be reduced to zero if there's peace and stability and progress? You see why now? It is my firm opinion that the insecurity in the Southeast is not unconnected. If you dig deeper, I am very certain you will find out that some persons in government in Nigeria are behind it. Because take a look at the recent sit at home that was now made to be 2 days. Usually, for years now, it has been every Mondays to be sit at home. But for this last week, it was said that Tuesday was added for whatever reason to also be a day of sit at home. Now, Nnamdi Kanu and his IPOB group has said they are not the ones who gave that order. In fact, the Simon Ekpa group has also said they did not extend the sit at home to Tuesday. So the question you will ask yourself is this: if Nnamdi Kanu did not give the order, if Simon Ekpa did not give the order, then who gave the order for sit at home in the Southeast just this Monday and Tuesday? And then you ask yourself another question. Despite the fact that the government, the 5 governors of the Southeast came to say, oh, disregard the order, why is it that the people still decided to obey the sit at home and they sat at home? Another funny thing or another funny question that rears its ugly head is this. We are told reliably now, and you can do the verification yourself, that soldiers, there are checkpoints every 500 meters in the Southeast. There are soldiers, there are police, DSS, NSCDC, just name it. Every 500 meters. But the interesting thing is this, which raises questions. Every Monday when there is sit at home, these soldiers, these police officers, they are not at their checkpoints. So, on the one hand, the government is telling citizens to go out and defy sit at home. On the other hand, the security agencies withdraw their services. They are not at the checkpoint. The soldiers, the police, they are not at the checkpoints. The every 500 meters checkpoints that is set up to exploit citizens of the Southeast on normal working days, Tuesdays to Fridays, right? Those checkpoints where they collect money from drivers and motorists, those checkpoints are not there on the sit-at-home days. Why? These are questions you need to ask. When you answer all these questions, you will now see why it is not possible for Tinubu to release Nnamdi Kanu. If Nnamdi Kanu is released today, and Nnamdi Kanu himself said it, that all the insecurity, all the sit-at-home in the Southeast will stop. And that is the truth. It will stop. And if it stops, there will be stability in the Southeast. And that will not augur well for a Tinubu in the 2027 general elections. Let's face it. Tinubu's policies right now, they are draconian. We all see the face of Tinubu, but it is the hand of the IMF and World Bank and the CIA. We all know it. The policies are so draconian, it is glaring, it is visible to the blind and audible to the deaf. Everybody can feel it. We are feeling it as Nigerians, the harshness of these policies. So it is clear that a free and fair elections will not return Tinubu in 2027. Nigerians know this. Tinubu himself knows it. So part of the strategy will not just be outright writing of results or buying INEC or buying judiciary, right? It will not just be that. It will not just be use of thugs. Now, even to use thugs, you need there to be insecurity for thugs to thrive. This is why Tinubu will never release Nnamdi Kanu before 2027. He will never. I will be shocked. I will be shocked if he does. I will be shocked to my bones, and I will come out and give a public apology to Tinubu if he dares it or if he does it. He will not, because look at what happened in 2023. Out of 10.3 registered voters in the 5 southeastern states that collected their PVC. Collected, not registered. Not counting those who wanted to register that INEC refused to register. Take away those who were disenfranchised, who were stopped from registering. Take away those who registered but could not receive their PVC. You still have 10.3 million people who registered and collected their PVC. They received it. But when it was election time, how many people came out to vote? In all the 5 southeastern states, only 1.6 million people voted for Peter Obi. Only 1.6 million people. This is what Tinubu needs. He needs the voter apathy in the southeast to continue. And the best way to achieve voter apathy in the southeast is to continue this sit at home. And if he releases Nnamdi Kanu, sit at home cannot continue. But so long as Nnamdi Kanu is in detention, then Simon Ekpa can thrive. This is what he's doing. People don't know that during the 2023 election, or people have forgotten, because it was widely publicized, that Simon Ekpa issued a 2-week sit-at-home to encourage the boycott of the 2023 presidential election, to reduce the chances of Peter Obi, whom he claimed was not representing the interest of the Igbos. The videos are there. I have it on his channel. And because of that, people did not come out. Forget the fact that a lot of people wanted to support and vote for Peter Obi, but they were scared for their lives. That could not have happened if Nnamdi Kanu was out. So, Tinubu will not release Nnamdi Kanu. Don't kid yourselves. The earlier you know this, the better. So that you can make alternative arrangements. And what are the alternative arrangements? The two-pronged approach of the Abundance Party of Nigeria. First of all, on the one hand, we must realize this and therefore engage in peaceful approach, which will include the freeing of the people from the captivity, from the trap that they're already caught in, the trap of poverty by this Tinubu administration. We need to free them from it using the Food and Social Welfare Program, which we hope will become a law so that we can have our own welfare security system, social security like they have in America and in the UK and in Europe and elsewhere. And then the other part will be to open up the political atmosphere for everybody to be able to participate by setting up a new political party. There are so many people like Nnamdi Kanu out there, but they don't have the political platform to operate. This set of leaders led by Tinubu can never give you referendum. IPOB, know it and have peace. They can never give you referendum. And there is no amount of violence you carry out that will give you referendum. So, if you are IPOB, whether you are the Nnamdi Kanu-led IPOB or you are the Simon Ekpa-led IPOB, know it and know peace. You can never have Biafra with the current set of leaders that are in charge of Nigeria, from the state governors to the president. You can never have it. So if you're going to have Biafra, you have referendum and do all of those things, you need a new set of leaders. And that is only possible in a new political party, not even APGA. Because APGA has also been infiltrated and weaponized. We need a new political party like the Abundance Party of Nigeria. The earlier you come to join us, the faster you will realize your Biafra. Because you will now be able to have people in government that will act in the interest of the people. Because I'm assuming your interest of calling for Biafra is so that lives, the quality of life, the living conditions of your people will be improved. I'm assuming that. So in order for you to achieve that, right, you need a new set of persons. And it's only going to be made possible under the platform or on the platform of the Abundance Party of Nigeria, which is only possible after we have freed the people from the poverty trap that they are caught in by implementing the Food and Social Welfare Program. This is the only way. Screaming and shouting free Nnamdi Kanu will not work. It will fall on deaf ears from now till 2027. Going the way of sit-at-home does not affect Tinubu. It only affects your state government. And the state government, they don't care about the internally generated revenue because every month they have the luxury of going to Abuja to share FAC allocation, to collect FAC allocation. So all of this sit-at-home you are doing, it does not affect the state governors or the state House of Assembly members. It does not affect the president in any way. The only people it affects are the same Igbo people that you claim you are fighting for. So it is in your best interest to cancel the seat at home and grow your economy so that the people can be freed from the trap of poverty that they have been kept in. This is the only way to achieve it. Anything short of this, you are wasting time. Tinubu will never release Nnamdi Kanu. This is the best alternative that you have.